director of the Santa Cruz Works Accelerator. We're doing cohort 7 this year, and that means that I spend a lot of time judging founders on their pitch. So tonight, I gotta put my money where my mouth is, and maybe take some of your money too. Tonight I'm launching a startup called Radi8. But before I can tell you about Radi8, I need to tell you this. Everyone's talking about how AI is going to take your job. But corporations have been killing jobs for decades. AI is just speeding that up. The truth is 37% of our workforce, that's 60 million people, already identify as independent. Solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, consultants, coaches, fractional CFOs, fractional people, right? All of these people identify as independents. That's 60 million people currently today that work and live an independent lifestyle. AI is going to speed that up, and the future is not about the resume. The future is about you building a personal, authentic brand that you can stand behind and people can use to trust you and to develop a business that is potentially a world of independence. Okay? So, what that means is if the resume is not important anymore, then the future depends on what you post today. So Radi8 is an application that uses all of the technology that has converged to make this possible, including AI, machine learning, all of the pieces that you can imagine. We put it together in a way that helps you, the individual, build an authentic personal brand that you can use to create an independent business that's successful and fulfilling and generates prosperity for you in the future. Because if the future is removing jobs, we are all moving towards independence. Some of you actually may be experiencing this already. There's a generation of us who are at the end of the boomers, maybe some of the Gen X's, who are aging out of the workforce right now, and we're deciding like it's too early to retire, and we're becoming consultants and coaches, and we're taking our authority to market. There's also a generation of young people, and I've seen some of them here tonight. I'm so happy they're here. Casey, Chad, I'm glad you guys came. There's a generation of students who are entering the workforce who may never have a job and go to work and sit in an office like we did. Woo is right. That is right. That is right. That is not depressing. That is not depressing. That is hopeful. That's hopeful. And I don't know about you guys, but as soon as I tasted freedom, I never wanted to go back. And I think that that's the truth. The students that I teach at San Jose State University tell me they want to be entrepreneurs, they want to be self-employed, they want to be solopreneurs because they want that freedom. And I think AI is going to hand it to them whether they like it or not. So let me show you how this works. All right? Let's see if I can get this thing to go.
Let's start this where it begins, at Santa Cruz Works. And Radi8 is a really interesting new way to take things that are meaningful to you that you can use to build authority about your brand. And so I'm going to go in here to the news and look at this article that I just wrote for Santa Cruz Works.
Is this true or not, huh?
I love this
Not
article.
so
Actually, I feel like it is making a really important point about Santa Cruz. And so what I'm going to do with this article is I'm actually going to just click right here on the Radi8 Chrome extension, and I'm going to add that to my Radi8 feed. Now, what is interesting about Radi8 is that there's a feed of stories that are crafted just for me, because I have industries I'm interested in, keywords I'm interested in, etc. And once I create these settings, then I can get this beautiful feed of really interesting news that's in alignment with me and my personal brand. And then it's as easy as clicking on a post like this, deciding how I want to build it out and who I want to target. And then I can even change the tone, and I'll choose LinkedIn, and I'll generate a draft for that. Now, while we're waiting for that, I can go through and see if there was any new news in here that I thought would be interesting, and like this one's really interesting. It's kind of thought leadership, but maybe it's got a real bold tone instead, and we'll generate a draft on that. And then I think that's it for now. So I'm not going to actually work on anything else, but if you see over here on the left, I can see that some of these posts are already ready, and so I can go in here and I'll take a look at what was generated. And here's what I came up with for this post. I like that, and so I'm going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and schedule it. Let's see here. The ideal days for posting are Tuesday, it says, and the ideal time. Let's go with 8 a.m. and then we'll just schedule that post, and that one's ready to go. And then I can go to the next one here, and I can say, okay, LinkedIn, your controversy.
20
good.
seconds.
Maybe I actually
20
want to
seconds?
edit this
20
a little bit, and I'll
seconds.
put some.
Okay, I only have 20 seconds, so we're going to skip that. But this is just one of 100 features that are built into Radi8. Thank you. One of 100 features that are built into Radi8 to make it really easy, fast, and simple for you to build an authentic brand. I got 1 more minute after that. Okay. All right, well, look, this is not my first rodeo. Back in 2007, I had a startup that we built out, and it ended up essentially becoming the Barnes & Noble Nook publishing platform. We were acquired in 2011. I've advised companies and startups that have gone on to IPO and mergers and private equity exits and so on and so forth. And so what I'm doing with Radi8 is I'm launching tonight. I have some special promo codes. If you're interested in trying this out, come and find me, and I'll give you some promo codes. But what I'm really looking for are people who care enough about the generation that is leaving the workforce, and even more, who want to ensure the future prosperity of a generation who may not actually ever get a job after school. And this is the secret. If we can help them to build that brand authority and lead them into a world where their independence is the most valuable thing that they have, then I'm in. If you're in, come and find me. I'll be here all night. Thank you. All right, so hey, be tough on me, y'all. I'm supposed to be teaching this stuff to people, so I have a feeling that I'm going to get some emails. Oh, this is where I stand. Okay, send me some emails. There's a connect with me button right here if you want to be connect with me on LinkedIn.